This is just going to be a little bit about what the Fed's done in the past, what could happen with the Fed pivot. Either it's a 50 basis point or a 25 basis point. I think 95% chance that it's going to be a 25. And so if it is anything other than that, if it's 0, we're probably going to run. And if it's a 50, expect it to retest some lows, find some support before we continue to move. And remember, the one thing markets do not like is uncertainty. Will we dump again after today's FOMC meeting? So historically, the December meeting happened here and we dumped afterwards. November meeting happened here. We had a little run up into the meeting, dump with another run up just over highs with the consolidation period. And your September meeting, we had a run up into the meeting with a dump and some sideways consolidation action. Now, what will happen today, we'll see, but we could expect a slight run with a dump, or if it's a pause, or I think the market's already priced in a 25% basis point hike. And so we might not see a big run, but some of the uncertainty going into this meeting is what's causing everything to be flat this week. And we'll get to that. Potential Fed meeting outcomes. 1, Fed finally pivots. Bear market likely solidifies bottom. That's kind of what we're talking about. If we have a 25 or a 0 being what would be the pivot, the bear market rally, this would be the bottom of our recent lows, right? We're going to go up from here. Tesla's not going to go back down to 100, even with all the negative earnings, right? The market's going to start moving back up. 2, the Fed doesn't pivot and we form the largest bull trap in history. Are we going to retest some of these lows? Or we're going to, because we're kind of in the middle, we're not at a consolidation point, right? Are we going to retest some of these support levels that we've had recently and then consolidate and then move up? One of the things that the Fed's looking at is job data, wages. What they don't want is a wage price spiral. And so they are being picky and a little bit more hawkish than what people would have thought. It's difficult to achieve an outcome anywhere in between these two scenarios. So it's going to be either or in this person's opinion. And then you have this. The sell-off should have begun December 12th, but market makers manipulated it back up. Bears gave in, bulls are arrogant, tweets are bullish. Greed won't go unpunished. I could see us retest some of these support levels. So we've come out of this channel. I think we could come back down to the top of the channel before we move back up. But again, this is just everyone's opinion. No one really knows. And that's some of the uncertainty going into these meetings. Whatever the Fed's going to do, the Fed's going to do. Quick look at crypto. It is flat today. Bitcoin is, again, up 1% on the 24, not even, and 1.8% on the 7-day. It's sitting right at 23,100. Ethereum's back under 1,600. It's at 1,581. It is only up 0.5% on the 24. BNB is closer to 300 at 308. XRP, which hopefully we get some news with the XRP's lawsuit against the SEC. And that would help price action. Cardano is also under 40 cents at 38. It is up 2% on the 24-hour. Dogecoin's still at 9 cents. Polygon's back down to 109. It is basically flat on the 24 and down to 14% on the 7-day. So you can see this is kind of what I was talking about. When we had this prior run-up, we had this consolidation period right at resistance, and then we broke through resistance. Now we've had a longer consolidation, and we're going up, but you can see there's a slight curve. And if you look at the MACD, we have crossed over and we are losing volume, and the MACD is actually going negative, which usually entails a downward price action. And so you see here, you have your cross right at the peak. You have negative MACD, and we dip, consolidation, and you can see when we cross and we go positive, it's not really that much volume, and we accumulate. And then next time we cross and we have bigger volume on the MACD, we actually have a run through resistance. You see how big these bars are? That's what we're looking for. We want big daily bars. We want volume to push past these resistance points. And not saying that we're going to push back, but we're in the middle. This is not a good area to be stuck in, right? And what we either will see is a retest of this support before we push to 25, or with positive news, maybe the bulls can step in, retail can put some more money into it and drive us back up to the 25,000 mark.